Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to a whole new world. Just kidding. Bottom, you can see I'm level 72. Not a whole new world. This is on the Refuge, and I am at a new work site for a project that's going to be involved with the main storyline of the server. And I decided to give you guys a break from me doing all of my boring, well, not boring to me, but my tedious, there we go, tedious work on the Refugee to Regent challenge on my own personal area, and I wanted to show you some stuff going on elsewhere. And this is the Island of Dr. Tolerable. It's a wonderful name for an island. He is misunderstood. He is a scientist out doing research. He has found his dream island, and he is basically just trying to live his own life. And people just keep showing up, blaming him for being some sort of mad scientist, some sort of evil doctor that's trying to take over the world. Never mind that he lives on an island with a giant volcano and deadly lasers and stuff. That doesn't matter. He is, in fact, one of the good guys of the storyline and is even going to be integral in helping to defeat the Corruptor. But this island is going to need to be made to look sort of like an evil genius's lair of an island. And one of the most important ingredients of that is going to need to be a volcano. I'm going to be, among other things, building a volcano. It's going to be here in the middle, and let me get just some stone real quick, something. I was thinking about, well, let's look at the shape of this island. Zoom out here. We've got this sort of I guess, a sideways triangle, and I'm generally in the middle of it. Maybe the waypoint, I suppose, is probably more in the middle of it. What I was thinking was, let's say that this here is the island at the top of this tree here. And I'll just build this out a little bit. And build this out. And oops again. And there we go. Generally the island at the level of the stone here. And so here's what I was thinking. Well, this area's going to get destroyed anyway, so I don't need to preserve the leaves. Here we go. Here is the island. And what I was thinking was, since it is more facing this way, and actually it's a little bit more blunt than this. Oops. There we go, that's more like it. What I was thinking was, have the center of the volcano there, and then have around it have evidence of a previous older volcano, and this central part's going to be kind of sticking up a bit. Maybe not the whole thing, but it's going to be slowly building its way up, and maybe over here I'll have it erode enough so that lava can be spilling down over this way and going out to sea. I'm going to have some lava on the level up here in little pools. I'm going to have some spilling over, going out to sea in different locations. Probably do something like this. There we go. I don't want it to be subsuming the entire island, but I do want it to clearly be some sort of. Oh, well, this leaf decay is just ruining the perspective of this poor little island. Oh, it didn't go out that far, that's why. Oops. Anyway, I don't want it to be entirely volcano, but I do want it to be uh, a sort of clear and obvious. This is the main feature of the island. So, uh, what I was thinking about that was the main volcano. Let's get over. I think the waypoint was somewhere over here. The main volcano I want to be a tall cone that is sort of like the central spire of the island. But the rest of the volcano, I want to have it sort of, let's see here, be maybe only about this tall. And I want it to be roughly about this wide all the way around. I want it to look like the island exists because of the volcano. And then I am going to be, after the volcano is built, I'm going to be converting the biome of the area to jungle. I am going to be planting jungle trees in, because I think I can just, let's see here. If I look at this area right here, and I go slash big tree jungle, uh, oh, it did. So I can just go through and manually place a bunch of jungle trees in varying locations, and then around in the undergrowth I can place the one tall uh, little clumps of oak trees, because I think all I really need to do is just go like this, get a log. Where's a here's a flat spot. Position 1, come over here, position 2, and set air. There we go. Now I've got room, and if I put a log right here, and then I get some sort of brush, let's say some lapis, and I assign it uh, to be gmask air only, and I go brush sphere leaves 3, and I do that. Oh, that's too much. Undo. Brush sphere leaves 2, make it day. That's still a little much. Oh, okay. Are you not? Oh, something weird is happening. Oh, that's bizarre. I only have 2 bars of signal. I might get kicked. Alright. Let's go with brush sphere leaves 1. See how small that is. Oh, that's actually pretty close. In the jungles, there are the little tiny scrubs of oak, and I want to sort of include that with the environment. So what I'll be doing is making just a small little smattering of oak, and then I will make little tiny areas of this surrounding just the logs, and then in the empty space I will grow the giant jungle trees, and then after that I will fill in grasses and things, maybe have some melon patches or whatever. I don't want this to be this forest biome. I want it to actually be a jungle biome. I want it to be jungle and volcano, and there's going to be, I guess I might as well just use this area since it already has sand. Build this out a little bit, have a dock, and this is where the player will arrive to begin their adventure and questing on the island of Dr. Tolerable, and it's going to hopefully. I'm going to need to. Hmm. I want to probably keep the actual volcano set back so that the whole mass of it doesn't render immediately. That way the person has to explore and go, oh wait, there's a volcano on this island. I think that's how I'm going to do it. But it occurs to me, before I move any further with this project, that I need to pick my block palette because this is most certainly not going to be as much in my ring as, for instance, more recent versions of Minecraft. I don't have all those new wonderful blocks that I can build with from the Nether, the was it Blackstone and all that stuff. So I need let's pick some wool here. Oh, I need to not get rid of that. That was my tool. Let's power tool. There we go. That way I don't accidentally have lapis in my hand later and then all of a sudden I punch something and then all the trees vanish around me. Alright, we need, what was I doing? Wool? Wall. What was that? Wolf. Okay, wool. So I need black, gray, there's light gray, but that's almost stone. Well, I mean, it's different enough. We have, obviously, stone. We've got cobblestone, bedrock. I think having bedrock in the mix is not going to be a bad idea. Obsidian for sure. I don't necessarily want to include netherrack or nether quartz. Definitely some magma blocks are going to get thrown into the mix. I might have some nether wart blocks. Let's see how that works. I'm probably going to be mostly leaning towards these blocks here, these darker ones, and then oops, and then in little bits and pieces the lighter ones are going to make an appearance. Let's see. Oh, block of coal, that's a good one. That's actually not bad at all. Let's move that there. I think, yeah, I think we've got a bit of a palette. So let's just go ahead and place all these down here. Make it day. And for the purposes of my building, and my work on here, I am just going to be doing just the vanilla texture pack, resource pack, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to make it so that it's inaccessible to people to be able to enjoy it in its original setting. So I want it to be presentable in the vanilla texture pack, and then uh, if someone wants to look at it in their own resource pack, they can. But it first needs to be just presentable by default. So these are the colors. I think, I was looking at maybe some red sandstone as well. let's just put a little backdrop here. Red sandstone might be useful around the lava area because I don't necessarily want it to be all lava. I mean, orange hardened clay is also not that bad. It's very similar clay. The regular hardened clay. I mean, it could be a transition color between the stone and the orange. That could work. What else do we have? I want to sort of pick out my palette before I start working. Oops. What was that? The red hardened clay is soft enough. It's not overwhelming like red wool or red stone block. Because this would just be absurd to have it, I think. Even next to that, yeah. What else, what else? Gray hardened clay? How do you look? Well, that's not bad. That looks like lava rocks. That looks like I could go out to my rock garden right now and pick up a handful of lava rocks that are almost identical to that color, so that's not bad. The brown, not so much. The yellow, no. What else? What else? I'm thinking that might be it. Oh, what's all this? Anything down here that, no. Okay. So I think we have the palette. Let's just move these over here. Oh, what am I doing? And boop. There. We have the palette. This is going to be the palette of the volcano in different densities. Much of it is going to be stone, but there's going to be large clumps of it that are going to need to be, for obvious reasons, this mix of other things. And I think that this is going to be adequate. So here we go. Here's the palette. I'm going to get back to work. All right, we are back. And boy, what a transformation. I do know that a couple of the time lapse replay mod captures kind of borked up, so I didn't get all of the footage that I wanted, but I am happy enough with this. This is not the end of everything on this island. This is just setting the island up to use it in the future for the adventures involving Dr. Tolerable. Uh, and there are going to be. Oh, there we go. Now it's loading. There are going to be several quests before you actually meet Dr. Tolerable, which will make the player need to gather samples and inspect things and shut off machines and that sort of thing. And once the quests are done in that chain, the next quest will have the player uh, be introduced to Dr. Tolerable themselves. And at that point, Dr. Tolerable will start giving quests and things like that. But until then, uh, I just needed to have the island in place, and what a transformation it was. I had intended on surrounding the entire area with just this sheet of white glass at not only the vanilla cloud layer, which is right about here, but also at that layer up there. And just I wanted it to cover everything and just have this whole place be covered in clouds, but it didn't look right. It didn't make any sense, so I just kind of got rid of it. But whatever. I will probably do a little bit of touching up of some of the lava and some of the walls and things, but I think that this is a good complete project. There is a single wool block that's still up there. I need that to measure the center line for some future stuff, but other than that, I think this is pretty much done. The ground cover, which I didn't really go too close to, I don't think, in the uh, time lapse. If you look, you'll see it's almost entirely jungle leaves, grass, ferns. These dandelions were already here. Uh, Jungle saplings, and some of the jungle saplings do grow on their own into actual jungle, single wide jungle trees, so that's nice. And I have the, what are they called? Blue orchids. Oh, zombie nearby. I hear it. Hello. Hi. So, from a forest island to this, one little step at a time. When I do come on later to when I do come back here later to actually build like the giant laser and the laboratories and things like that, some of the terrain's going to get changed, and I'm going to have to, I guess, funnel the player in some places so that they can only really see the jungle while they're on some of the quests, only have access to little areas of the map, and then afterwards they'll have access to most of the rest of it that isn't quest related. Because there are going to be some things. I have a plan where you disable a machine by finding the power button, you turn it off, and there's nothing to turn off. It's just a button. That button sends you back to the appropriate coordinates. But by doing it, you have interfered with the activities of Dr. Tolerable. And so it that area I don't want to have people just accidentally hit the button and poof. It's going to just be in little segments, and then the rest of it will be uh, open access for exploration and messing around. But I think that this was a very productive day. I enjoyed myself a lot. I came up with all the details of this on the fly. There's plenty to touch up, but I think I did a pretty okay job, if I do say so myself. Let's get a screenshot here. That's a nice screenshot, if I do say so myself. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. If you want to support me, I have books available on Amazon. Two of them, both ebooks, and one of them is also paperback. And you can click the links that I'll put in the description to those, as well as if you are interested, I am also going to link my Patreon if you wish to join my patrons. I just realized something after looking at several of the clips that I had in a window over on my other screen, that there's this big gray bar on the bottom of each of the different clips, and I hope that I managed to fix that. I don't know why it was like that, why it wasn't full screen, but we'll see how this new arrangement works. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you can see my future stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you very much for watching. I will talk to you later.